Welcome back, rather, to Daily Flash. Let's get your financially speaking out of the way. I am Mitch English. We're defining some words and phrases that you've likely heard over the past few months. Words like digital currency, NFTs, exchanges. Well, here to talk about all this is Tola. He is founder and CEO of Perspective Developers. We got to start off. I see this. We were showing, which I'm assuming are NFTs. I can't touch them. I can't see them. All I know is that people are making a lot of money off them. What is an NFT?
So an NFT, everyone knows is, well, let's just go with the technical definition, non-fungible token. But it really breaks down into a digital asset.
Okay, and having that meaning you own something that obviously lives digitally, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes, almost like artwork. That is a great example. Like most times people buy expensive art and not just to keep them as collectibles, but put them in trust. Okay. Now those can be a great example of what we can use as NFTs for our process in the future.
Okay, but then how do you make money off that? What do you go, all right, if somebody wants to use this cool picture of the ocean I have, it's basically, they would have to, it's like copywriting kind of?
Well, royalties. For example, like my favorite example of NFTs are baseball cards. I'm a huge baseball card collector. So, like, for example, Joe DiMaggio has a card right now that's going for about $15 million on Upper Deck. Ooh. Joe DiMaggio's family doesn't get any royalties from that. MLB does not get any royalties from that. Now, the secondary market, that's where all the profits are made. NFTs will allow where now that family member of the originator will now be able to distribute royalties throughout the perpetuity of life. As long as it's in existence, they will be able to now reap the benefits of that collectible.
Okay. All right. Now we have to talk about cryptocurrency if we're talking about NFTs. So explain what the difference between those are.
Well, cryptocurrency is digital money. And the best way to think of NFTs is digital assets. They work hand in hand, but they do have two distinct purposes.
Okay, I'm not a baseball collector at all, okay, but how do I actually, or how can actually NFTs be used in today's society, and how is it where I can actually get in on it?
So that was just one.
Put me out.
That's just one area. So, for example, I worked with a company with cows doing NFTs. So we actually worked with ranchers to actually create a NFT process where we have a physical entity that's actually distributable on a ledger, and now they're able to take this to the bank and able to show the bank, look, I have this amount of assets. Give me this in exchange for this monetary asset.
Okay, so when you use the example of the cattle here, it's what's the difference between just having a paper ledger and then having it digitally? Is it because it can't? I'm still a little not understanding how those two work together.
Well, with that process, we worked with RFID tags. So we had to enable an actual device into the animal that now allowed us to be able to track and now to be able to produce that historic metadata. And from there, we were able to produce this onto the public blockchain network Ethereum. From there, creating our own unique ID, which was each registered to each cattle called NFTs.
I can totally see it now, where you could use, you actually have a product, which, you know, we call it digitally, but it's a product inside this. Very interesting stuff. We're gonna talk a little bit more, of course, with you and find out more. But if you want to find out about this and so much, just head to perspectivedev.com for more information on NFTs and tech in general as well.